Good morning, everybody. It's Nancy. She's got yarn. What's today, honey? Sunday. It's Sunday, September 4th. I'm here at Timberlake Plantation in South Carolina. Just want to share, my husband and I took a road trip for our 27th anniversary, and we came to South Carolina to visit my uncle's place. This is the first time I've been here. This is my dad's little brother, Greg. We've always been really close, but life's been so busy, I haven't been up here to see his place. And he comes to Florida all the time because he still has his home in Florida. But this morning we're going to share the plantation. The first video I did, I told Greg I wanted to redo it because the weather was bad and he was driving so fast. It was just not a good video, and I know you guys would probably turn it off. So the only thing, some of you may not like hunters. I grew up in a family of hunters, so this is a hunting reserve that he has made. And so if you may want to turn this off, but there is some beautiful stuff out here. He's made a sanctuary for birds. It's a big lake. He's named it Timberlake. And I will turn it around. He has a family of mallards. He's probably got about 25 mallards, ducks, hatchlings that live in his front yard. They're adorable, so I'll share those with you. He has 3 little Yorkies, Fancy, Sparkles, and Tippy. Fancy 16 and Sparkles and Tippy are litter mates. They're probably about 6 or 7 years old, but I've been making them sweaters the past couple days, so I'm gonna do this. Is gonna be my last video because my family says I'm spending too much time trying to make videos and on my phone and not enough time with them, and I don't want to short them my visit with them. So, but anyways, all right, here we go. Daddy's here to feed his babies. It's my Uncle Greg and his birds. And that's Timberlake. He made that lake. It took him about 4 months, but he made a levee around it. Whoops. We're missing a little white female duck. Where is she? Where is she? I wonder. Good morning, everybody. It's Nancy with She's Got Yarn. I'm here with my Uncle Greg, and we're at Timberlake Plantation. This is South Carolina. He created this forest into a beautiful plantation, and we're going to share that with you this morning. So I'm going to turn you around. Here we go.
Well, right here we have about 56 acres of peanuts and a little bit of corn. The reason we got the corn on the edges, it gets wet, so we can't harvest our peanuts when the water comes up or gets moist, so we can get into the corn, because the corn actually gets harvested here this month of September, and the peanuts we won't pull until late October. So that's the reason we plant where we plant. And we have probably, I don't know, 200 or 300 acres of peanuts right now, and they're about probably 90% done. Corn is done, and the deer really put a perk on it, but oh well. Gotta feed the wildlife, right, Nancy?
Yep.
All right, this is a little place that I bought 7 years ago. Is this just a little tract of land? It didn't zoom in, did it?
There.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna head into Timberlake's. This is the front entrance.
Yeah, we don't want to get fancy. We like our privacy. But I love older women that sew and knit. That's my favorite kind of people. They are. I've always wanted to go out with one, but my niece is the closest I can get lucky to find one. Just a lonely old man, but it's all right. Just hanging out. This here's the shop, which I know the ladies don't want to look at the shop, but that's where us men work. And back to the right is a little boneyard where we keep our mowers and our discs. And we have some pear trees that are doing real well. Let me show you some of these pear trees. These pear trees are about 5 years old, and they're almost 25 feet tall. And they grow real well here. So if you want to call Nancy and tell her to come up and get you some, you can have all you want.
Wait, let me back this out because it's washing the. No. Yeah, there's the pears.
Yeah.
One's got fruit, and the other one doesn't. So one's a female, and one's a male.
They kind of swap.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they kind of swap every year.
Bees and
It all depends on
energetic
what
bees.
bee. And that tree, I don't know. They didn't like it.
Huh.
Okay.
I'm gonna back.
Are we off again?
Yeah, hold on a second. Oh, I just discovered something. Look.
What?
It did something.
Are you even?
Look.
Well, that's what Tim was showing me.
I didn't know it did that.
Well, Tim was doing that yesterday. All right,
Really?
we're back once again. Just trying to show how old country boys live. We all got to have junk. I'm in the construction business. Been in actually the barn building business for many years. I started the company years ago, and I named it Custom Barns out of Wilson, Florida. So we are up here living life.
This is what, your backyard? You would consider your backyard?
Yeah, I guess this could be my backyard, and I'm gonna take you over here to my little spring that I got where I like to live. My grandkids come here swimming.
I'm gonna shut this off and restart it.
I come.
Because I can.
Okay, you can edit it.
It helps.
Got a little bit too much water in it.
Guys, isn't that pretty? That color?
Yeah. Yeah, there's our old stairs over there. We got tables, and we have camp outs, and we have a pretty good time.
There's the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
There,
It only
the
stays
color
that
just
color
adjusted
most
better.
of the year.
Does it?
About nine.
Mhm.
What do you put in it to?
Well, it's clay based, and we have a dye system that keeps the sunlight from getting to the bottom, so the algae won't grow. So it's an algae eater,
Okay.
and it keeps the water real clear and is safe to swim in. It does not stink. It smells good. So it's a win-win-win. I'd rather swim in something clean looking than I would nasty.
Of course.
And I would say I swam in it 3 times, and the kids swam in it 150 times.
That's your bridge.
Yeah, this is a
What just want to get a side view of it.
Okay. Stop. Hold on. No, we're fine. Okay, what this little bridge really is called a spillway. It's when the hurricanes come through, and if it gets too high in this lake, it can blow out the levees and drain the lake and lose all the fish. So we had to design a spillway at a certain level, so when the water gets up to a certain level, it will come through this spillway and come on the back side of the lake and go out and travel on. So it turned out pretty sweet.
Yeah, I see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a ditch. He's calling it, I guess, the levee.
Here's, come back to the house later, show you the back side of it. You want to see the back side? Here we are on the back side of our shed. This is the shed we live in up here. Yeah. And I don't know what color that is, but it's a pretty color on the walls. That's cedar siding. And I got this swing that I like for women that sew. Sit there and sew on it and swing and enjoy themselves. And remember our ducks. Uh-oh. Them are all mallards. Them are wild ducks that I've tamed. I have a thing with birds. I love birds. You see bird feeders. And I like peace and quiet. And I love God. And I think God brought me here to this piece of property. And my niece finally come up to see me. And over here to the left is a building that we're starting on. It's going to hold a little bit at a time. It's going to hold my fishing tackle. It'll have a refrigerator in it. It'll have a place to clean fish. But I have too many projects, so this will probably get done next year. But it started. So right now we are riding on top of this levee. And this is actually Timberlake. Is the name of this piece of property in this water. We 5 or 6 years ago stocked it with tiger bass, Georgia bass, and look at our buddy Charlie over there. See Charlie over there?
Let me zoom in. Yeah.
He's fishing. I bet you he don't have a fishing license. Should we go check him to see if he's got a fishing license?
Yeah.
Huh? What's he doing here? He's trespassing.
You're gonna make him take all his feathers off and
Yeah, he's here every day.
go home naked?
No, we're not talking that today. We're going to go check his license. See if he's got any fish on the bank. But he's probably going to fly away.
Yeah. Let me back off because they're. It's what is he? A crane?
Yeah, he is. I don't think he's the blue crane.
There he goes.
But
he eats all your fish.
no, he does not eat all the fish. He loves frogs.
Oh, really?
But he's here every day, and there's about 3 or 4 of them. We have a couple bald eagles every once in a while. We have a lot of hawks, have a lot of turtles, and some really good bass fishing. Probably some of the bass fishing in South Carolina. And to our right, while I was digging this, making this, we made this into a catfish hole. And we got some channel cats, and we got some, I would call them, they're black and white. They're like, there's a name. There's a certain kind of catfish that just come here naturally, but I did put some hybrids. Yeah.
That's beautiful. And you got a little bridge there?
Yeah, I got a little dock you can fish on. Then I got a protein feeder. I have 5 protein feeders with the property.
What's that there?
That is for the catfish to go in there. Generally the water's up about a foot higher.
Uh-huh.
Then we're in a little bit of a drought, but we still probably have about 8 or 9 feet still. But that's generally below the water.
Okay.
Say I keep the boat, keep the knife clean. And over there you probably can't see it by the other ditch, the red ditch.
Yeah.
That is a shiner hole. That's just flat full of shiners. What that is for is if somebody wants to net them and take them over here and cast them out with a cork and catch some nice bass.
Okay, so they're bait fish.
Yes, bait fish. I try to think of everything right. First, there's a lot of upkeep. That's all right. That's fine.
How many guys you have working for you?
I only have 3 guys. I used to have 7. And the problem is you can't find nobody that wants to work. If I told you I had 20 guys, I'd be lying.
Yeah.
But I'm down to 3, and 3 can build a barn. Plus me, I make 4.
Right.
And make a good team. My son Hunter is in charge. He's the boss man of the business. And I'm just a check writer. And he's got some beautiful kids up there in Florida. They are in Bronson. Yep. And next weekend, I have my daughter Amber coming up with her 2 kids and her husband Michael. And this is where they love to swim, right here. Bring their bicycles. And we're going to show you what they do. It's pretty common. Okay.
If you share a video with me, I'll share it of what they do.
Okay. What they do. All right, Nancy, let's go. Come on down.
Let's
show them. And the dad and the mom's out there with some noodles. And they ride their bicycles down and out, and they swim. And there's the steps all day long until they're wore out. The bicycles go out and swim, out and swim. And there'd be Pepsi bottles, there'd be candy wrappers, but they're my grandkids. They can make a mess all they want. And they like to jump off here and swim around. That over there is a deer stand that we have, and that's called the movie theater. And you're probably going to ask, why is it called the movie theater? Well, years ago when I first dug this, roughly 7 years ago, I wanted a food plot. I wanted a field. And those pine trees to the left, I knew I was going to harvest them through the year, so I'm not ready to harvest them yet. We had to take the stumps out of that. So the very, very first year we set that box up, planted it. I think we planted it in corn and then some clover. I never knew I had so many bucks on this property. We had, if I tell you I had 30, I probably had at least 30 to 40 bucks. No big ones, you know, we got a couple big ones, but just a lot of bucks. So we actually had to shoot some of them because they were just too many, because we couldn't feed them. And I'm not into killing a lot of animals, but you gotta harvest what you got. But since that years, I really don't shoot many at all. I generally take 2 a year. My son gets 1, and I get 1, and we have a new son-in-law. His name is Chad Hoss. He married my daughter Haley, and they're both great kids. And he is working up here on weekends, so he gets to shoot a buck. And I'm talking, we got some really nice bucks up here. So, and we're looking over the lake, and there's the house and the place, and it's just peaceful.
It's beautiful out here.
Yeah, it is. I'd like to have Tiffany come up, and David, and Joey, and all the rest of the gang. Mm-hmm. And let's let it cool off some, and let's have a campfire, and let's cook out.
Sounds like a plan.
And they can stay in the little cabin. They can stay over there, right?
Yeah.
All right, right now we're going to go on another safari.
Really?
We're going to go down here and see if we can find some ladies that like to knit. And if you can knit, you're awesome. But you see this sweater I got on? It's cotton. And cotton is what you knit with, right?
Uh-huh.
All right.
You can, yeah.
Now, what we're going to do is over here about 4 years ago, it got real dry. So I brung my little mini excavator over here. And I dug a hole. And I cannot believe how many deer come in here and drink this muddy water. And they just drink it.
So this is the watering hole.
This is the watering hole. And over here is a really good trail, but you can't hardly see it. And if you look real good, you'll see where they come down. But right now, since the water's coming back up, they probably don't need to use this as much. That year, that when it was dry, whoa, was they here.
Really?
Yes, they really came here. It was like an 8 now we're looking at the place, right? Storage area. Pretty cool. Coming out of the area called the Cove. Now I'm gonna get back on Road 1. We're gonna turn right. We're gonna go east. And what's down here to our left, there's 2 or 3 big cypress swamps back in there that's gorgeous for duck hunting. A lot of wood ducks. And we went in there the last couple of years and put probably 15 wood duck boxes in there. We all got them numbered. So up here on this road you're going to see is a new road / trail I built for our family to come in here and walk through here. And the reason I did all this because it gets wet. And there's a deer stand. It's actually a little like what did I say it was the other day?
It's called Cane's.
Cane's Condo. And the reason it's called Cane's Condo is my son Hunter has a little baby, which is not a baby no more, and we named this area Cane's Condo. So when he gets old enough, he can climb this tree stand. It's like a little house, but it's made out of all treated plywood, treated rafters, treated floor joists, metal roof. But now this won't get wet no more, and it's not to grade yet, but it will be.
Yeah.
I got to get it graded.
And you'll plant grass?
Yeah, I'll put some grass in it, but you'd be surprised in a year, you won't believe how much growth can come back on its own.
Really?
Yeah.
There's the condo.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride over here to the swamp real quick.
What is that, a bird feeder back there?
That is a duck box.
Let me see if we can see it. Hold on.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to see, but I can see
Look
it.
how the deer have ate that corn up on the ground there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And see our house up there?
Okay. Yeah. There's the condo.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So you just recently cleared this all out?
No, I didn't clear it out. I just took this little brush out
Okay.
because I want to see the ducks.
Okay.
Because you can't see what's in there, you know.
Right.
Legally, I'm not allowed to touch that wetland like the trees,
Mm-hmm.
but you can carry your brush.
Okay.
So I didn't disturb none of the trees, just took some brush out, and it actually gives it a little more opening, and it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Out here.
About 21 cameras.
I had a camera and I gave it to my dad.
Yeah.
I don't know what I couldn't figure out how to use it. I bought a camera for my house. I can't remember why I bought it.
Yeah. Was it a brownie? Was it a Moultrie?
It was about $100 camera. Tiny camera.
That's about average.
Can't remember why I bought it.
I have real good luck with brownies of the battery life. The battery life is really good, and I used to be a believer in Moultrie. Moultrie makes good cameras, but the battery life years ago wasn't very good, but they updated them since.
Yeah, I'd like to get it.
Just sell some of your knitting stuff, and you can give it.
That's the problem. I give it all away.
All right, now we got some reasons.
It is nice out though.
Yeah, it is nice.
As long as we're moving.
Yeah, well, it's summertime. We're getting close to fall. And all these roads will be mowed here at the end of this month. And everything quits growing. And then you start seeing the leaves fall, which you can see in my yard already. Then the good times are going to happen. Cool weather. We like cool weather. Not cold weather, but cool weather.
Yeah. Do you get a lot of snow here?
No, we've only had snow one time in the amount of times we've been here. Now north of us, yes, probably 100 miles north of us, it snow a lot. But we're close to the coast. We're in the low country.
Okay, because I always ask you when the storms come through, are you safe? And you say, yeah.
Yeah, well, we're almost see the rain building up.
Yeah, this is a power line.
Yeah, this is the power line. And that's Amber stand, what we named after Amber. And this also will be mowed, planted. This will be planted in some turnips and some rape and a couple of different types of stuff. There's a feeder over there that's working. Feeder to feed the baby deer.
Okay. Cool. Feeder was to feed all the baby deer, you
Yeah,
said.
the baby deer. That's an area where a lot of moms come. You know what happens when the moms come? Here comes papas. The papas don't come here till about the end of October. That's when they get stupid. What I mean by that is they let the guards down.
Yeah, because of the females.
Yeah, but what we have done on this plantation is we have started a process of not shooting all these deer because we like to see them. Now, when I first bought it, yeah, I shot some deer, but these days we're pretty selective on what we take. So they got a good life. They got a good life here because we give them a pass. Now, the other day there was a lot of buck tracks, but today it was a rain last night because I don't see much. See, that's when you can tell when they're moving.
Yeah.
Now you're going to ask me about this fence here. This is a hot fence, and it's on.
Right.
Now, this is my first year I ever tried to plant peanuts. So we came in here early season, mixed a batch of Roundup, sprayed these fields, killed the fields, tilled them up, planted peanuts. Peanuts come up fairly fast, but as me not being a farmer, took over. But you
Okay.
can walk out there and find peanuts all through there.
Really?
So next year, I will use a 2-part. The chemical will take care of that. So it was a learning process.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all right. Gotta learn. Yeah, this is the power line, and the land's on the other side, and that's kind of a bedding area. It's real thick over there, so we kind of leave that alone. Oh, we get to show the redneck stand back there. Tell me when you're on.
I'm on.
All right. The reason we got this windsock here is I got a 2-seater helicopter. It's a little mini, and it's in Florida right now getting some work done. So we fly it all around. Pretty cool. I about crashed it last year, but I got out of it. Now this here is one of my redneck stands, and it's right out in the middle of this field. And like I say, this field will be plowed, planted, and it's just awesome to see all the game. Yeah, you probably can't see it.
Yeah, I can't. Well, let me lower it.
No, you can't see it, probably.
No, we're too close to
Yeah,
it.
we're too
There we
close.
go.
We're too close to it.
See the bottom of it.
Yeah, but it's real comfortable. I'm trying to go slow for you. But if you came back here after October and this stuff's all planted, it looks so different. You don't have all this
Over,
weeds.
yeah.
Yeah. And I do it every year, Nance. Every year at this time. Same thing we do every year to get ready for season.
Jan says you have a pair of bald eagles out here.
Yes, we do. We got a pair that come and go. Actually, they were here Friday morning over by the house. I think they're eyeing my ducks.
Oh, really?
Eyeing my mallards, yeah. Well, it don't take much of them to land down and catch one.
No.
What we're going to do here, we're going to cruise. and it's called the Sanctuary Road. What that means by that is, years ago, I wouldn't go in there. I made it. It's like 90 acres of private. So I'm cheating. I'm not in the sanctuary hunting, but I'm on the edge of it. And what I mean by that is you got to give the deer a place to feel safe. So I gave them 90 acres, but I'm on the edge of their bedding area. So it is what it is. And there is one of my hottest deer stands in the power line. You catch the wind just right, and if these deer are to your right, they won't even know you're there. They come right underneath that stand, Nancy.
Really?
They'll walk right out, look around, and they're looking around. You're looking down at them, saying, "Are you on again?"
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a lot of butterflies. Missed all that. Yeah, this place has a lot of animals. Raccoons, possums, but the problem is, you really don't need possums and armadillos to raise turkeys because they eat the eggs.
Yeah.
It's just a terrible thing that sometimes you have to trap them.
Can you use sauces with turkeys?
It's already got that.
Oh, does it?
Oh, it's already. Oh yeah, turkeys. Oh yeah. But turkeys are pretty smart. They hear us talking.
Yeah.
They're,
My neighborhood is full of turkeys.
yeah. But right now, the deer hear us talking, and they're bedded down, and they're just going, uh-oh, here's some people. Now, did it rain last night? Because I see a lot of water in the
Yeah, it
ditch.
rained yesterday.
Yeah, but last night, it seemed like it must have rained
It
hard.
rained a little bit.
Okay. All right. And way down there is one of my good stands.
Let's see.
I would call the north end of this power line,
Okay.
which is pretty good. Your camera's moving off all over the place, which is fine.
I'm going to back off a little bit. There we go.
Have you thought about setting it on that so it don't shake as much, maybe? Or does it still shake as much?
I don't know.
It's not as bad. Is that hard to hold?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I have a car mount.
Do you?
Uh-huh.
See, you can hook it right on here, and all I gotta do is just slow down a little bit.
It's alright. Too late now.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go back in there. I'm gonna make some grits and some bacon.
Are you?
Yeah, for you.
Okay.
Put some butter in it.
Well, thank you for the tour.
Well, we're not even done yet.
Oh.
Still got videos out.
Actually, this is easier.
Okay, is it easier than you?
No, it's...
There's some fresh tracks.
Bugs are bad over here.
Yeah. It's that time of year. The next thing you know, you get a cold front and they're gone for the whole year.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Mosquitoes bad during the summer?
No, they're just getting bad now. At the end.
You got your dogs on heart guard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You can always give them ivermectin too.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the redneck.
Yeah. We're coming up to a food plot that's not planted yet. And to the right is a big sawgrass marsh about 200 yards. And there's a road that goes to it, and then deer just come marching out to this field when it's planted.
I think Jan took me over here the other day.
Yeah, just come marching out. And over here is, you can't see it, but there's a feeder over there.
I see it.
Okay. And then over here,
Hang on. There it is. There's
some of our oak trees we got planted again.
Oh, I see them. They're hard to see with the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Right here. We're the sawtooth oak.
Oaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, the deer really like them. They don't like the leaves, but they like the nuts.
Okay. Mosquito bite.
Yeah. Okay. Now you see this trail here? Ooh, these deer come out of here. When it starts cooling down out of this marsh, they come in here and they stand around thinking that they're safe, which they are pretty safe, because I've changed my ways. It ain't about killing everything. It's about letting them grow and video them and show them to your friends. But if you don't harvest some of them, you get too many of them. Now, I know you can't see it. This looks like bushes, but this here holds about 18 inches. See, it's already starting to water. This in here holds about 18 inches worth of water. It's full of mallards and wood ducks in the winter. And it goes way down to the left and way down to the right, and it opens up. I mean, it really opens up in there. So the ducks have plenty of room to land and fly. And the deer love it because there's some levees out there. There's a canal in the middle. And deer go out in the middle out there and they just bed up.
Okay.
I mean, they're here. They just ain't going to run out and say, "Hey, how you doing?"
Right.
Now,
ours aren't afraid of us so much.
well, that's what it is. Now, there's a neighborhood in the town of Ridgely. I think it's called Fox Run. It's a housing development. Been there for 40 years. You can go through there in the evenings and you see deer all in their yards, and they just look at you.
Right. They feed them.
But out here, I got some coyotes that chase them, and I ride around, and they're just spooky.
Right.
So,
That's the way it's supposed to be. You
Yeah.
really don't need to be hand fed.
I'm gonna take it back in here. This is a brand new trail I made. This is I'm gonna let Chad hunt this.
Chad is his son-in-law.
Well, he helped me build all this.
His youngest daughter's husband.
Well, only because I see all the tracks.
Yeah.
Well, he helps me a lot, and when you help me,
Yeah.
and they're really coming down this road here, man. Look at all these tracks. Looks like a lot of does to me. But yesterday I had a couple of really nice. Now I can fix these holes. I got a 6-way plow. And I got a 6-way blade that will crown them up. Look how pretty this is. This.
Back in there?
There's a deer right there, I think.
Where?
Right. See him? Come. See his body? He's red. Look.
Yeah.
See him back in there? That's a deer. He's standing there. Look. Oh, shit. Look way back in there. Honestly. Wow. He's moving.
Oh, I see him.
Two of them.
Aim the camera on him.
You ain't gonna be able to see him. Let me see. They're gone. Son. What's that right there? Hold on. Let's see. Let me find the tree. Hold on a minute. There you are. Yeah, they're moving around on the right. I can't pick them up with this.
I see red.
Yeah. Oh no, that's
tree.
That's a deer. When we was building this impoundment, out here was some timber, and we harvested this timber and we sold it. And while the guy was down here with the excavator, I had him dig a hole where that white cork is, about 40 foot around and about 20 feet deep. And then over here is another one, about the same, 40 foot around. So I read up on how to raise more fish. So we got to a county dump and got a bunch of Christmas trees from the Christmas, and got some 5-gallon buckets and some concrete, and put the trees, the butts in the bucket, and lowered them down with a rope. And in them holes is nothing but Christmas trees standing straight up. And
That's cool.
the brim and stuff just love to hang out in them.
Yeah.
Even though there's debris already. It's just something that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Didn't have to do, but I wanted to do.
You know, Tim and I, one of our very first dates.
Okay, it's just on the off. Beautiful view.
Yeah.
Can you imagine having a fountain out there? Big fountain of water.
I'm surprised you don't have one out
Well,
there.
that's on my list.
I know.
But first, I got to find me a lady my age that knows how to knit that wants to be in the country with me.
You got one that cooks.
Well, sometimes she don't want to cook, but I need one that's
It's
pretty.
hard to cook for just
I want a
two of
pretty
you.
one, and she can't smoke. Nothing against smokers, but I'm just a non-smoker.
Don't give your phone number out.
No, I can't. It's blank, 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 blank. But I'm too old and ugly. Yeah, I know. But now, ain't that a beautiful?
Hang on, you want to bring?
I'll stop. I'll stop. Okay. That's just a little cabin out in the woods.
It's not little. It's pretty big inside.
Yeah.
It's beautiful inside, and I share that with you guys.
We're not done. We're gonna do one outside of it. Again, I got some things, but I got a lifetime to do.
Yeah.
Beautiful day for this thing.
I will.
I hope so.
There's Tippy in the window.
Put that thing away in a minute and tell Jan I want to spend some time with you.
Alright.
You gotta come. You come all the way up here.
He's loading the car.
He's ready to go.
I know.
He's bored. It's fine.
Uncle Greg's plantation. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. I got a yarn haul. Imagine that. Love y'all. Bye.
Oh, thank you for coming, visiting us. Come back.
I will. Mwah.
Come back and see me.
I will.
And I love you.
I love you too.
Black sheep of the family.